Hello and welcome to the Assay TV. My name is Brett Stevenson. I'm the editor of the Assay. I'm here in Hong Kong here today with Kelly Malcolm, VP of Exploration for AMEX Exploration. Kelly, thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Kelly, AMEX has had a phenomenal year. I've seen the stock price year to date up anywhere between 400 to 1700%. I know guys that have been kicking themselves. They didn't get stock way back in the year, earlier in the year. What is, what has been attributed to that success, and is there still time to get involved?
So, number one, I think there's lots of time to still get involved. This is a discovery story. All of our successes have been driven by the drill bit. In December of 2018, we embarked on a drilling campaign that has now been about 27,000 meters. Much of that has been focused on drilling high-grade gold. We've made a number of different discoveries this year with the common theme being high grade. And I think that's probably why our stock has appreciated the way that it has.
That's interesting news. And even though when I was also, I was working on the precious metals of the assay, we thought we had made a typo on the announcements that we had on your profile. The grades, we thought we made a mistake on them, but yeah, those grades are not a mistake, are they?
No, they're not a mistake. We've been seeing lots of visible gold. If you take a look at our website, there's a number of beautiful photos of gold. We've hit, I think my favorite hole we've hit to date was 393 grams per ton over 1.7 meters. And what was really cool about that was it was split into 3 different samples, and each of those half-meter samples was greater than 300 grams per ton gold. We've had lots of multi-ounce intercepts, and that was just on the one zone called the Eastern Gold Zone. And then beginning this summer, we started expanding our discovery focus and have been working on more of the regional exploration story. And again, high-grade visible gold has been the common underlying theme of our exploration program so far.
So speaking on those grades, that 393 was the one that we kind of noticed. We thought it was a big typo. So that must say something about the mineralization of the properties themselves.
Absolutely. So this is orogenic gold, vein-hosted mineralization, very, very high-grade mineralization, rhyolite-hosted, which is a little bit different than the conventional Abitibi greenstone-hosted gold deposit. We're seeing a concentration of gold into these veins that's not really spreading into the wall rock as often happens in your conventional classical greenstone gold deposit.
And you were we had been mentioning something about kind of like a VMS, I believe, in the profile or in the past. Like, can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. So we've intercepted a fair amount of VMS type mineralization. VMS is volcanogenic massive sulfide, and in this case, we're looking for gold-rich VMS systems. This was much of the focus of historical exploration on this project. Since we've started doing this exploration campaign in 2018, we've really switched focus to these orogenic vein systems. But these gold-rich VMS exploration targets are always on our mind. We've seen lots of evidence of black smokers or hydrothermal chimneys that are related to these VMS systems, but we've yet to find the big massive sulfide bed that could exist on the project. But in the interim, the orogenic systems are working very well for us, and we're looking forward to continued exploration on them.
Thanks for that. And also, what are your future plans for the properties?
So we're really proud to announce that we launched a bought deal private placement last week for $8 million. That financing will be more than sufficient to do a much more robust exploration plan than we've done in the past. We plan to do at least 50,000 meters of drilling in 2020. That'll be divided between definition drilling and expansion drilling on the known zones that we've identified, which are namely Eastern Gold Zone, Gratienne Gold Zone, and Grey Cat Gold Zone. And also we'll be doing a very significant regional exploration program looking for additional lenses on strike to the north, south, east, and west of our known zones of gold.
And speaking a little bit more broadly about the company, the management has been very much invested to succeed, and management is very much a part of the success. And can you talk a bit more about some of your management?
Sure. So we've got we've got an awesome management team. All of us are investors alongside with the other shareholders in the story. Victor Cantori is the president and CEO of the company. He's been involved in capital markets for a number of years. Was the vendor of the Nemaska lithium asset into that company in 2007. Has helped them out for a number of years, along with a number of other issuers, and got involved in AMEX in 2017 as president. Has been able to raise a lot of capital for the story. The chairman of the company is Jacques Trottier. He's a PhD in economic geology. He was the founder of a company called Celadon Exploration, which was bought out in 2014 for upwards of $600 million by Rio Alto. Our COO has run 2 TSX-listed companies, Rocktest and OpSense. Myself, I'm a geologist, was with Detour Gold for a number of years, along with a few other different junior issuers. I came on here full-time only in January of this past year, but it's been a really, really fun adventure for me.
And just speaking about some of your guys' experience, it sounds like it's a management team that has some background in kind of exploration and gold and then on the TSX. That must have attracted some key cornerstone investors. Can you talk a bit more on?
Yeah. So our number one shareholder is Eric Sprott. As announced in our bought deal private placement announcement last week, he's also subscribing in this most recent financing. We have a fund out of Luxembourg called Commodity Capital as a very significant shareholder as well, who are also participating in this financing. Our management team owns quite a bit of stock. Our friends and family group owns a fairly large amount of the stock as well. So it's a very tight float, which I think has helped to contribute to our successes on the market.
And interesting, I also heard this through the news that the infrastructure in the region there is also quite good. I understand that you can get Boston Pizza delivery within 15 minutes. I think if any work camp can get delivery within 15 minutes, the infrastructure must be pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. We did an analyst tour earlier this summer. We flew out of Toronto's Billy Bishop Airport, landed in La Sarre Airport. So we left at 9:30 in the morning, landed in La Sarre, went and did our full site tour, like you said, ordered pizza to our core shack, and we're home in Toronto by about 4:30 p.m. So it's really fantastic infrastructure, highway accessible. We're within about an hour and a half drive from 5 different producing gold mines and mills. So it's the right neighborhood to be looking for a gold project.
And so that's some recent news. Is there anything else more you can talk about in terms of recent news and what's coming ahead for AMEX Exploration?
Sure. So this year, in 2019, so far we've done about 27,000 meters of drilling. We expect to complete about 40,000 meters by the end of 2019. In 2020, following the completion of our recently announced bought deal placement of $8 million, we plan to do at least 50,000 meters of drilling next year, utilizing likely three or four drill rigs, and we expect really steady news flow every 3 to 4 weeks throughout the year with this many drills turning.
That's great to hear. Kelly, I wanted to say thank you for joining us here today. Is there anything kind of that people can go and click to online to find more information? Are you guys on social media?
Check out our website, amexexploration.com. We probably have a pretty good social media account, I'm not sure. But amexexploration.com has a lot of information. Actually, it's got all of our drilling data online, which I don't think many exploration companies provide to the general public. But we're so confident in the work that we're doing that we'd like everyone to be able to evaluate it themselves and perhaps make their own internal geological models.
Terrific. Thanks, Kelly. And so there you have it, guys. It's still not too late to get AMEX Exploration stock, even though the price has been up quite a lot this year. There's still time to go in there. So, Kelly, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.